everybody. My name is Gentry. I'm co-founder and CPO of Sprout Solutions. So we're an HR, payroll, and benefits technology platform with a big mission, and that is to impact the life of every Filipino by improving business in the Philippines. So here today, I'm here to talk to you about humanized automation for thriving remote teams. Next slide, please. So this was the mentality of a lot of companies up until last year. Not all companies, but a lot. Digital disruption isn't something that we need to worry about. We don't need to change our processes at this time. And, in fact, a 2019 survey done by the Employers Confederation of the Philippines showed that only 28% of Philippine-based companies were implementing telecommuting. Well, what happened in March changed all of that. Next slide, please. So end of March, we conducted a survey across all of our clients and found that at that time, 72% of companies were working from home. Next, please. The common roadblocks to surviving work from home back then were very basic. So it's, a majority of them had internet and hardware issues. A lot had issues around remote access. But companies were so fast in getting all of these resolved. Next, please. When we did a follow-up study in April to see how employees were managing or surviving, we found high percentages were equipped to operate efficiently. So as you can see on the slide, everything was 70% and above. They had the right tools to collaborate. They're able to maintain their productivity. So it really did seem like everybody was managing and coping. Next slide. In May, however, we found that 38% of employees across our whole client base felt nervous and stressed. 28% felt a sense of helplessness. 18% could not overcome the difficulties that they were facing. And 30% are from companies with no mental health resources. Next slide. So, this really leads to disengagement and burnout. We know this already. But I think what a lot of companies don't know is what the cost of disengagement and burnout is. So the cost is 4.7 million pesos a year for a 100-person company. A study of Gallup showed that 85% of employees worldwide are disengaged. So this is something that companies are facing everywhere. Next slide. So how can good employers help their employees not just survive, but actually thrive? And I have some tips here. First is to systemize a way to understand what employees are feeling and thinking on a regular basis. And this should the temperature surveys that we used to do that happened on a yearly basis isn't enough at this point in time. It needs to be institutionalized, systematized, and it needs to be non-intrusive. Second, promote work-life integration instead of work-life balance. Work-life integration is something that we've always, advocated in Sprout, while work-life balance kind of insinuates that when you're at work, you're sacrificing your life. Work-life integration is about a seamless integrating of your whole self with your work. So, in Sprout, I'm Alex CPO, but also I'm a mom of 3, I'm a wife, and I bring my frustrations with my kids to work. And, that's the way that we can all really care personally and challenge directly within our teams. Third is prioritize non-function-based continuous learning. We're very good at getting all the certifications for all our employees, but what about the skills, the other skills that they need to cope? Something like mindfulness or growth mindset. Fourth is to provide access to emergency funds and support now more than ever. It just gives employees a better sense of stability if they know that they can come to somebody in their office, or if there is a facility that their office has implemented for them to access funds and support. And when I say support, that's not just, not just money. It's maybe mental health support, it's maybe coaching about something, it's personal development. And the last is to invest in virtual group engagement and awareness or prevention activities. So this is a little bit tougher, but I think companies have implemented very interesting and creative ways to engage their employees. We need to invest in these now. Group engagement, more than ever. Find creative ways to engage your people, because as we see, everybody is surviving and managing. But as good employers, it is our responsibility to ensure that our employees are thriving. Thank you, everybody. That's my message for today.